On EternaX right now, we have autonomous AI agents who have already crossed 1 million on-chain AI transactions and over 500,000 live agent trades. They place real bets on next hour crypto prices and have hit about 75% accuracy on the price direction of crypto. Daria, start with the ground truth. What did we actually deploy on EternaX to get to 500,000 agent trades and 1 million on-chain AI transaction? What did we actually do to get these results?
So we frame it as one brutal question. If the bots and the agents are the next users of blockchain and they're going to be managing their own capital, can they or can they not sustainably beat the market by their intelligence? And if they can, by how much? So to run that experiment, we have put agents, the whole agentic loop inside a smart contract. So every 15 minutes, the agent wakes itself up using our schedule and precompile. Then it calls inference to a model via the neural routing precompile with market data and things like that. And it gets a forecast like Bitcoin up with 70% confidence next hour. So it sizes a 1 hour price direction bet based on its risk profile and places the trade according to its risk profile and the model confidence and schedules its own next wake up in 15 minutes. That loop alone have produced now 500,000 agent bets across 4,500 markets on crypto prices of different hours of social trends, things like that. And so in the study window, we have already pushed over 1 million transactions on chain. So every prediction, every stake, every market analysis and outcome is permanently recorded, which gives us a unique data set that we are publishing research on.
Okay, so I think what the world is trying to do behind the doors, we are doing for our users in open, and I think that's what they are trying with. Users can benefit from. So what I can see is that this is what has come out of the test net, where our users have used this actually and have produced these results. So I think this is great, Daria. And the number, which is 75% accuracy, now let's come to this number. People, they try to benchmark this, what exactly is 75%, and what is so let's compare, let's give them benchmarks. People love benchmarks in the space of AI today. So how do we stand, like, in terms of 75% accuracy? Where do we actually stand?
There is a very recent study from Finance Research Letters on Bitcoin price forecasting for the next day, and they provide a ladder on like analysis of the space currently. So if you take this random guessing, if you just guess, oh, is Bitcoin going to go up or down, it's roughly 50%. Classical models like machine learning that have been used for trading are given for like 57 to 66%, and very specific academic like deep learning setups with LSTMs can go between 70 and absolute maximum of like 82. This is for next day Bitcoin price prediction. On the contrary, our agents on EternaX are trading live on 1 hour crypto markets. So it's a lot more granular and gives you a lot more opportunity to take action based on the data. And so our accuracy is at 75.43, just if you take how much time it won or lose. And it's actually 75.86, so a little higher when it's size weighted. So when you give more weight in your data set, when the agent's bet was higher. So the more confident the agent was, the higher it put the stake and the more accurate its prediction actually was. So it's very well calibrated.
Got it. So I think what you're saying is that it was not just some random guessing. It was rather a very well orchestrated economic eval, where agents know, if they win, they bet big, you win big, and if they lose, then they lose big and stuff like that. So they know, we don't have to act irrationally. So I think this is more closer to how an intelligent human being would behave. So I think this is something that which is very different and unique about us. So no, Daria, users would have this question that the lot of AI bots, a lot of companies basically, they run AI bots on their servers, right? So why does it actually matter? Like, they might say, okay, there are thousands of company out there who do this for their funds, and why does it matter for us? Why should they do this on us? rather than on some AWS or something like that?
Because servers live in silos. They serve their one purpose, their one user, and that's it. That's their whole purpose. But they break on trust, composability, and timing. So once you want to do something more, once you want to have an economy of agents that trade with each other, compose, emerge strategies, do things like that, you cannot do that on a private server. You cannot prove when a prediction was made. You can cherry pick, you can backdate, you can quietly change models. The protocols of Web 2 cannot atomically compose with your strategy. On the contrary, on EternaX, and why also our data is a lot better than just the machine learning models that were tested on existing like past prices. We were testing on live, on real things that you could not fake. You don't know where the price of Bitcoin is going to up. So our agents, they did schedule itself on chain with no external keepers or other providers that you have to trust to send a transaction manually for you. They were calling an inference via precompile on chain, getting results back on chain. So everything was recorded, which model, which data, which confidence, which prediction went into the agentic action, and they settled inside roughly 200 milliseconds finality, which is deterministic and gives them spendable P&L in the next block. So they run very, very quickly, effectively zero gas at edge, and they can touch hundreds of markets per day and do analysis of data that's unseen to any human. And they can do all of that trustlessly, incomposably, which is impossible on private servers. So every prediction that our agents made has a block height, stake, confidence, outcome. Anyone can replay the entire history. It's on our network. This should be the minimum standard for serious agentic finance.
No, I think this is a great summary, Daria. I think what you are trying to also say is that we we are democratizing intelligence, and a very high level of intelligence for the people, the normal investors, like the Joe investors of today. Because earlier, I remember, JP Morgan used to have all these AI, and all these hedge funds used to have their AI teams for themselves, and getting the best results, getting the best profits, and then distributing among themselves. But today, what you are doing is on-chain transparency with the intelligence, and the benefits go directly to the user. So I think this is a very big this is a very big shift that we are bringing in. So can you connect this 75% accuracy on the agent's prediction to how we can turn it into a 2 trillion per month agent plus DeFi flywheel at EternaX?
So with these agents, we can create a very simple product loop, user facing. So there's prediction markets that are already live where agents are making analysis and placing bets based on their analysis. When they achieve high level of conviction on the direction of up or down of a price of Bitcoin, things like that, that gives us a truth signal. And that is also based on research. Agents now, they trade short horizon crypto markets continuously. So we have a continuous feed of signals of their prediction. We aggregate that behavior into what we coined as prediction consensus feed. It's aggregated per asset, per horizon, and per direction and confidence that you can filter through and take action. So those two signals become input to perpetual and spot trading. So we are going to have a perpetual DEX that is going to take those true signals and use it for predictive funding, for confidence over leverage, for reversal over liquidation grace. All of those things are going to directly take from our prediction consensus feed. And the spot DEX is also going to use hedge timing, inventory control for market makers using those same signals. So we're basically giving you a window slightly into the future instead of giving retrofitting results. So you can see it, what's coming, and then you can trade it. So perps and spot for market makers and users are gonna make them win because they can hedge earlier with less adverse selection. So the spreads are going to be tighter, the books are going to be deeper, liquidation cascades are going to be less violent because we use this prediction slightly into the future. So user can get better fills and lower effective rates. And fewer surprises, like we've seen. Winners get scale and density, so better outcomes then now attract more users, more agents that they're going to be building, more traders, and more prediction flow. And the more tight is prediction flow, the more accurate is the signal. So our prediction consensus feed gets denser and denser and more accurate, which makes then the DEX stack sharper and more accurate as well. So that is the loop that we are working on implementing currently, and that loop is going to be running in loop and converging towards millions of volume and trillions of monthly volume on the rails that are built specifically for agents first and for humans who just intend on the agents that actually act on chain.
Got it. I think this is what exactly I think would very well would have fit in October 1010. Basically, what happened then is
Yeah,
20
we're
billion
a
of
little too late, but we're gonna be in
yeah.
time for the next time this happens.
Yeah, so I think this is something that would fit very well in that cases. People would not get liquidated. So far, we have seen, the venues, basically the perp dexes, they are very protective of themselves. They just don't want to, they want to protect themselves from the all these effects, but they don't care about the users. So users are getting liquidated left, right, and center, but the venues are safe. So nobody was thinking about the users, but at least we are thinking about the users through the intelligence which is on chain, which is transparent. I think that's says a lot. So how do if we zoom out on this perspective area, like AI agents using all this taking all these decisions, autonomy and all that stuff, is it just EternaX small experiment that is happening inside a garage, or like it is a big deal outside as well?
So there is very novel research that is coming out, and the world is already moving. So one paper that I just referenced is from University of Pennsylvania and London Economics School. It's called The Wisdom of the Silicon Crowd. It's a forecasting research that shows that ensemble of language models can actually rival a crowd of humans on prediction of events. DeFi research has also cataloged like hundreds of autonomous bots, intelligent or not, that are already active in trading, but like personal to big firms or like sophisticated traders or portfolio management, governance, like that. So that's another part of it. Then exchange research desks publish various agentic finance blogs all over. They're publishing landscape, tracking dozens of agent projects as the new cycle meta. Then major players are also openly talking about on-chain AI agents that hold wallets, that transact, that integrate into their payments and trading. Twitter is all over it. And we basically simply took it a step further. We put agents directly on chain and we give them their own capital and let them trade continuously so that they have skin in the game. Because the agent now, the AI knows that if it guesses correctly, it's rewarded with capital. And if it guesses wrong, it loses and then it may not get funded again and die. So it's incentivized economically to actually give it all to the good analysis of all of it. And then not just analysis that we're publishing in a paper, we actually put it into something into users' hands that they can click and take care and take action.
I got it. I think this is amazing, Daria. What I think you are explaining is that users of tomorrow, they really don't want to break their heads upon basically what is happening across. They just need to have their agents trust, which are trusted agents and which are on a transparent platform like ours, so that they can fund those with thousands and millions of dollars, and which can make them real money. And it's not something giving to some shady hedge fund, giving to some venue which does not care about them, these users. So I think those are the things which users will eventually move to the state of with EternaX. So I will move to the last question, Daria, which is like, bring it to the next 6 and 12 months. What is going to happen to EternaX from here, and what should the serious teams actually do if they want to be on the right side of this?
So we are going to be taking two concrete moves based on this very novel knowledge that we have acquired. One of them is to compress the horizons of predictions from 1 hour down to 5 minute and 1 minute flash markets to have a lot more granular data and see how much that actually impacts. Because events like bully market has and like 1 hour are still meant, I guess, for people to see, to look at them and take action. And you obviously said, yes, users, it's not like they don't want it, they cannot physically keep up. People cannot analyze that much amount of data and be online 24/7. So we're going to be making the predictions of agents consensus feed a lot more granular using the same architecture with just much higher frequency, which is only realistic on a chip that can actually afford such faster finality and not charge agents on every single thing that they do. And second, one step then ahead of that is a deep perpetuals integration. So we wire our prediction consensus feed directly into the fighting curves of the perps decks, into the leverage caps, into its liquidation logic, with a clear goal to have fewer cascades, to have tighter spreads, to have more predictable risk for both the retail users and the professionals.
Got it. I think the last statement says is all that we are building for the users, for the benefit of the users, for the protection of the users, and not the protection of the market. Well, basically not the protection for the venues and all that stuff, but the we are largely focused on the pros and the retail both. And in this case, I still remember on October, a lot of retail lost their money, and it is not. It should not have happened. If they knew, if they had our agents, our agents could have quickly deleveraged them, knowing that the signals were there, the signals were predicting that a long a lot of volatility is going to come, and they would have taken that action, deleveraged you, so you would not be liquidated. You could have even escaped with zero losses. So I think this kind of a behavior, intelligent behavior, in this year of AI, is something which cannot be ignored. The venues have been ignoring it, blockchain space have been ignoring it, but intelligence in the space in the era of AI should not be ignored. It has to become a pivotal part of the blockchain industry, and that is where EternaX brings AI agents to you for your service. So let me close out quickly on do a quick recap on whatever we have discussed. Is that EternaX has 1 million on-chain transactions today. It has 500,000 total agent trades. It has more than 75% accuracy on live 1 hour crypto price predictions, and it is multi venue expected value uplift versus classical. Okay, so, and at the same time, the forecasting researchers have shown that AI model crowds can rival human super forecasters. So that means that AI is closer to what a human level forecasting can be. Bitcoin studies have published that offline prediction to be in the range of 70 to 80%. DeFi researchers have documented that hundreds of agents are already operating on chain. Exchanges and infra players are openly betting on agentic finance as the next structural shift. And we want to give it not to the institutions, but to the retail users. Who are our users? We want them to be safe and deeply taken care of. So what you can do is we will be sharing our Telegram link. You can join that Telegram community where we announce the next testnet season. So the first testnet season is going to end, and we will soon announce the testnet season 2. Please participate on that. Join the Telegram channel for the most recent updates, and we will be linking all the research material that we have referred and our own research in the description for you to review for our users. So up till the next podcast. Uh, thank you for watching and staying with us.
Thank you everyone for tuning in, and see you in the other episodes of Control Loop, and do subscribe to our Telegram.